Hi everyone, welcome back again to my channel, and this is about Sastra. Yeah! Okay everyone, thank you so much for clicking this video and to stop by to watch me now. And today I'm going to have another reactions video, yes, as always. And today I'm going to react to the newest video from Other Side of the Truth by Dustin. And the topic of the video is going to be about how Asian fight COVID-19. Okay, so hopefully that from this video we can see some inspiring stories, and I cannot really wait to see the video. I haven't watched it yet, so I hope that we can watch it together, everyone. Without any further ado, let's just go to the business. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
COVID-19. It first hit China.
Yep.
And then South Korea.
Okay.
And then Malaysia.
Oh, really? Is Malaysia the third country that's infected by COVID-19? Wow.
COVID-19 spread so fast that Asian countries had no time to react,
Yes,
while
that's
Western countries had weeks to prepare for the outbreak.
Wow. Wow.
But here's where it gets interesting. If you look at a map where the highest death rates are in the entire world, they're all in Europe and the Americas, and Asia ends up being one of the safest places in the entire world.
Wow. I got a goosebumps.
And Asia is extremely diverse. They have different types of governments, they have different cultures and different people. And so how did Asia do so good at fighting COVID-19? Well, that's what we're going to discuss today. 10 ways that Asian countries beat
10 ways that Asian countries beat COVID-19. Oh, bikin bangga ya sebagai orang
Number
Asia.
10, implementing stricter rules. Asian countries tend to implement much stricter rules than Western countries, and it makes complete sense. It's called the broken window theory, which really should be not called a theory because it's been shown and proven multiple times. And that's the theory, that if you see visible signs of crime or see people committing crime, you're more likely to commit crime. But if you're in a culture where people don't commit crime, you're more likely to be brought up not to commit crime. And this can also be seen during COVID-19. Western countries completely trusted their citizens to self-isolate, which many did not, whereas Asian countries were much more strict. Like Taiwan gave people an app that forced them to self-isolate, and if they didn't self-isolate, the Taiwanese government would know and give them huge fines and punishments.
Wow.
And look at the result of what happened in the US versus what happened in Taiwan. Number 9, being organized. Asian countries are just so much more organized. China developed an app to tell you your risk level of having COVID-19. In America, I've been living for 6 months and never once was my temperature checked. Whereas in Asia, almost anywhere you go in most public buildings, your temperature is checked. It just comes down to organization skills.
Why Western ignore these conditions like this? That's the big question.
Number 8, valuing public health over privacy. In South Korea, China, and Taiwan, and several other Asian countries, the government was able to collect people's data and security footage during the pandemic, and this allowed the government to know where a person had been in case they tested positive for COVID-19. And then they could inform any person that may have came in contact with that person that tested positive to then go get tested and trace everybody. And as a result, these Asian countries have been very successful at fighting COVID-19. Whereas in Western countries, that's an invasion of privacy and is not allowed by the government to do that. Number 7, knowing that money doesn't solve all problems. The US passed the biggest stimulus plan in the history of the world with $2.5 trillion. And yet in the US, temperature gauges are almost nowhere, masks are often not worn, and hand sanitizers are pretty rare to see. Asia has shown that teamwork, discipline, and being organized is way more important than spending a lot of money. Number 6, making fast decisions. In Western countries, especially in democracies, they love to debate. They love to have heated conversations to make a major discussion, and it can take a really, really long time to do. And COVID-19 wasn't willing to wait a really long time. Look at China. In 2 days, they were able to decide and shut down a city of 14 million people.
Wow, that's
larger
amazing.
than New York City. And that was right before their biggest holiday of the entire year, where people are constantly traveling. They were able to shut it down, and it saved thousands of lives. China was also able to build a hospital in just 7 days. Compare that to the US, where it can take 6 months just to get a permit to build a hospital.
6 months for a permit only build hospital. Need 6 months. Oh my god.
Number 5, knowing businesses aren't going to solve all problems. In America, capitalism is so important. If businesses work, everything else is going to work. Well, not always, because a business' best interest is in itself and is not going to sacrifice its earnings for the better good of society. Number 4, putting politics aside. So many countries got so involved in politics, it really hurt them at fighting COVID-19. But you can take a country like Malaysia that put politics aside, and different parties came together for the good of the Malaysian people. Number 3, respecting the elderly. Asian countries extremely respect the elderly.
Yes, that's right.
And so young people in
We
Asian
love them
countries
so
know
much.
that they're probably not going to die from COVID-19. But they don't know which of their friends or which of their friends' friends may live with an older person or may work at a nursing home. And so all young people wear masks to protect themselves from other people that could possibly interact with somebody that's older. Whereas in Western countries, the younger people care more about having fun than protecting the elderly. Number 2, teamwork. Malaysia is a perfect example of how an Asian country worked as a team. Everyone came together for the good of their country. Number 1, valuing charity and compassion. In Asian countries, they value charity and compassion so
That's
much.
right.
Whereas in Western countries, it's more about doing pranks. I found
Doing
it really
prank.
interesting that
Wow.
nobody is talking about how Asian countries are doing such a better job at fighting COVID-19 than European and American countries. And what's really ironic is how sometimes the things that Asian countries are doing that's super successful is taken in a bad way.
As Malaysia battles to contain the COVID-19 virus, authorities have been...
There's always something negative in every single thing.
Kuala Lumpur.
A military-style lockdown is
If you don't see it
what
in
you
positive
need,
way.
a strict lockdown, and that is going to make sure your country is safe. Yet somehow the media makes it look like Asian countries are doing a bad thing. And so Western countries, instead of insulting Asian countries, why don't you learn and see what they're doing? Because obviously Asian countries are doing the right things and you are not.
Wow, this is a very inspiring and very beautiful story given by Dustin here. Well, maybe this video also can be the answer from your questions so far in my direct message or even in the comment box that, hey Sastra, why you just keep talking about Malaysia? Hey Sastra, why you keep reacting about Malaysia? And also I believe that you also give that questions, the same questions to other YouTubers out there. Here is the thing guys, that look at your country. Your country is something that other citizens dreaming of. Aku sebagai orang Indonesia benar-benar mengharapkan my country bisa seperti Malaysia. My leader bisa seperti Malaysia. My decisions of your governments also I hope that my government also can do the same thing like what your government do. I hope that my government can give the reactions, can give the response like what your government do. Your stories, the stories of your country really becomes an inspiration from many people out there. From me, even as your fellow Asian country, from other people out there. Moreover, from the Western country, for the citizens yang benar-benar mendambakan bisa terbebas dari COVID-19 seperti ini. It's not about looking for benefits, it's not about looking for profits. For me as a being YouTuber is not my ambition. Being YouTuber for me is the way I can share my thoughts, I can share my ideas, I can share what I'm feeling to the rest of the world there. And really here I am as Indonesian saying that aku jealous dengan Malaysia. That's my very first video about Malaysia. And I think the same feeling dirasakan juga oleh banyak orang di luar sana. It's not about I'm trying to find benefits from you. It's just about your story, your country is really an inspiration cerita dari negara kalian, bagaimana negara kalian berjuang dengan melawan COVID ini benar-benar menjadi inspirasi dan membuat kami bangga, membuat kami sebagai orang luar itu merasa, ya Allah, pengen seperti negara Malaysia. Kita ingin seperti negara Malaysia. Kita berharap banyak pemerintah di sana, banyak orang-orang di sana bisa tumbuh idenya because of watching of your story, the story of your country. And I do really appreciate to the leaders and to the government who really take a very quick response and actions to the situations. Look at that. In the Western, they need to have 6 months just to get the permission, not to build yet, but to get permissions to build a hospital. They need 6 months. While in Asia, while in your country, while in China, while in Malaysia, you just need days to make hospitals. Not one hospital, but several hospitals just in days. Look at that. That's the thing that really makes other people feel jealous because of you. It's not about finding profits or finding benefits, guys. It's about sounding and voicing, giving these pictures of beautiful country, of successful country in fighting COVID-19 to the rest of the world. So that's why they can implement the same way. So that's why their government also can do the same way like what your government did to fight this COVID-19. That's the thing. As I said before, that there will be two sides in everything. If you want to see it from the negative side, then there will be always negative side in your perspective. But if you see it positively, then you will always have the positive minds at the rest of the day. Di luar sana itu tidak terjadi seperti di negara kalian, sehingga banyak orang melihat negara kalian itu sebuah negara yang sangat patut untuk jadi contoh. It's amazing. You should be proud of that. Okay, and you should be proud of being Asian. That Asian has that kind of motivation, self-motivations, and the value yang kalian keep within yourself. So that's why having this kind of problem or facing this kind of problem, we can do it better compared to others, compared to the Western. Wow. I have my own work, I have my own job here, so I don't really find benefits from here. But the thing is, I am called to share this to the whole world because I have this platform, and hopefully that my video will be watched by many people, so that's why it could inspire more people. That's the thing. Okay, so hopefully that your country can be more inspiring, and so that's why we can bring your story up in our platform and could be seen by many other people out there. It's not about benefits. I don't see this is something related with that. Okay, that's all for my reactions today. Hopefully that you find this video good. Thank you so much for being such a very good inspirations for other country out there, for Indonesia, for your fellow Asian countries even, or for other Western country, how to handle this COVID-19. You are really such an inspiration. For one more time, I'm gonna say this. Thank you so much for giving us that. Okay guys, if you find this video good, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and if you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching me, and don't forget to leave comments in the comment box. I'll be so happy to read your comments. Thank you for now. Happy Friday everyone. Tomorrow is going to be weekend. Have a great time with people around you. Stay safe and stay healthy always. Malaysia boleh, everyone is also boleh. Thank you everyone. Bye from Indonesia.